welcome to my video today. I am excited to be doing another suite of possibilities with Pip, and you can check her video out and her blog post out as soon as you get done with this video. I'll link everything in the YouTube description and over on my website. I'll share more photos of my project, and then I will put a link to her blog post and her video. So if you're brand new and you've never seen me do Suite of Possibilities with Pip, Pip is in the UK, and we do a really fun event called Paper Party, where we get all of the new paper from a catalog and we do projects with it, and it's a lot of fun. We have a 2-day online party, which is a lot of fun, and then each month we do something called Suite of Possibilities, where we come together again and we take a suite of product from Stampin' Up. This month we are using the Country Floral, and it is all of these items here. This is the stamp set and the punch that I'm gonna be using. There are 2 sets of designer paper. I'm gonna use those together because I only have a tiny bit left of the actual 12 by 12 designer paper. So I'm gonna take what I have left and I'm gonna pair it together with this paper, which is the plaid paper. I'm always a sucker for plaid paper. I really love it. And these colors are really pretty together. So I'm going to use that in the stamp set, and then all of these items will be linked. If you want to purchase any of the product, you can find those links in the description box below or over on my website. So let's get started. I want to show you how to make 4 cards. So we're going to do 4 cards. I'm going to do them really, they're going to be really easy cards. So, anybody can do these. So the first thing I want to do, I'll zoom in just one minute, but I want to get everything prepped. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to cut my cardstock. So I'm going to first take a piece of basic white. I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. And then on the second one, I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. And that way I have 2 different folding cards. So let's set that aside. And then what I'm going to do is just fold these up, and I'm going to make 4 cards. So these are my card bases. I'm not going to use any cardstock. We're going to use all designer paper for all of our layers. So we have these 2, and I'll use a bone folder on them in a minute. I just want to show you what designs I'm going to use, and then we'll zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to use my plaid paper quite a bit, but the pieces I'm going to use out of here is this piece right here, and any of the other designs I will do plaid. Okay, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some scrapbook layouts and some other cards that I created. So I figure that it will be nice to use this design here, and that is this one here. So I'm going to need a couple of those. I think I'll probably need some pink. And I think the pink that I will use will be the thicker design. Okay, so I'm gonna make some cuts. I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, let's get started with our 4 cards. So the first piece that we're going to do is we're gonna take a piece of designer paper. I'm using this design right here. This is 4 1/4. No, I'm sorry. The designer paper piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then I have 3 of these designs, and these are 3 inches by 1 inch. So these are going to be very simple cards that you could totally mass produce any of these designs, but all 4 designs are going to be easy to create. Then I just have a die cut. You could use any die cut you have on hand. I'm using a scalloped rectangle, and I'm just going to stamp my sentiment in here. I'm going to do, I love that we are friends. I'm going to use mint macaroon as the color. You could use any of the ones here. My mint macaroon ink pad is really inky. I just re-inked it recently. So now I will add this here. And then you could add some rhinestones or some of the embellishments. I don't have any of these embellishments left. I have some coming. So I think that I'm gonna leave this so that I can add these. And then the other thing that I wanna do is take, you can take any of this designer paper. I really like this piece, and I have a little scrap that I can use, and I am going to punch one of the hearts out and just add it to my card. Okay, so let's do our next card, which is this one right here. All of the measurements, if you miss any of the measurements for the cards, they will be on my website. So I have this design again, and this piece, I will try to make sure to give the measurements as I go, is 3.5 by 5 1/4. I'm gonna layer that on the bottom, and then I have a piece of the floral piece. I think this is probably my favorite piece of the designer paper. I've used it quite a bit. So I'm just gonna layer this. I'm gonna use my grid mat just to make sure everything's lined up. I sometimes have a hard time getting things lined up when I'm filming. So this piece is just 1.25 inches, and then it is by 5.5, so it goes all the way across. And then I'm gonna do something really dangerous, and I'm going to attempt to stamp my sentiment right up top. And this one's gonna say, just wanted to say, now I'm gonna get, it might be a little bit off camera, but I really wanna get this lined up since I already have the paper and everything glued down. So this says, just want to say, and then what I'm gonna do is take this same heart paper, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut 2 out, the big one and the small one. That's gonna, oh, the hearts are upside down. I thought I might be doing that wrong. Well, I was gonna put a little heart, but I think what I'll do instead is I think I'll just wait and put a couple of the sequins on there. So that's my second card. You can find photos of these over on my website. Okay, the next card I'm gonna do is this one here. And I have this piece here, which is 4 by 4. I wanted it to be really simple, a really simple layer. This is what started all of these cards when I sat down to make these. This was the first card I designed, and then that sparked the idea of using this, what I had left of this pattern, with some of the plaid pieces. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece. I noticed I was going to do this one like this, and when I went to flip it over to put the adhesive on it, I saw this and I thought, oh, that actually goes really well with those hearts. And so I'm just gonna add this piece here. Okay, and then I've taken a stitched square or your stylish shaped square, and I've added the plaid paper to it. And we're going to add this right here, but first I want to do my sentiment. Or actually, you know what we could do is, I think, will this fit? It's just slightly, kind of goes off the edge. Let's just go ahead and do that. So we're gonna do, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, it's not gonna fit. I'm realizing. Okay, that's okay. So let's grab, where is Sweet Sorbet? So we're going to stamp these floral pieces right in the corner. And then we're going to do our sentiment which let's do this one, and we'll do that in mint macaroon, like so. And then we can attach this one. So this one is a really simple one. Hopefully all of that was on camera. I forgot to look up. And then I'll add some of the sequence to this, to the flowers when I get them. Okay, so let's do our last one. And it is another one that folds this way. Our first layer is going to be the designer paper, and I'm using that red plaid. I really liked that on that last card, and so I thought I would use a little bit more of it. And then what I have is these strips, and these are, they're going to be 5 inches because this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 is that first layer. Then these floral pieces are 1.5 inches by 5. And then this plaid piece is 1 inch. So to get everything pretty lined up, I'm gonna start at the bottom here and add that. And then I'm gonna add this top one. I'm gonna flip it upside down. This is just so I can get my spacing right. We will add that, and then I will add the middle piece. And don't worry, I won't forget to flip this. I know it's upside down right now. Okay, so then we will turn that back around. And then I have a stitched rectangle. And I'm going to do that same thing. I want to really bring the sweet sorbet color out. So that's why I said these would be great for mass producing, because it's pretty much the same steps for all of these. I need a larger block, but not that big. And then we'll do mint macaroon. And we'll do that right. Okay, not terrible. It overlaps a little bit, but that's okay. So then we will add this piece. It's gonna overlap. I could layer another piece underneath this. Another piece of like mint macaroon, or if I was using cardstock, I could do that. I was gonna add a heart in here, but I think that's too much. I think actually if I just do some sequence when I get them, I think that will be perfect. So let me show you these 4 cards that we just made. All of the measurements again will be on my website right under the card. So we have this card here. Then we have this one. I really love how simple these came out. I wonder if a heart would be nice on that one. I keep trying to add the heart, but I don't think so. I think just a simple card is good. And then I have this one here. So let me show you a few other cards that I've made with this suite of product. And I have 2 scrapbook pages to show you. So the first set of cards, these are cards that I did for my club this month. So my Blessed to Craft club, we did these cards here. And you can see that it uses the other set of designer paper. I'm out of that other paper. And you'll see why when you see the layouts that I did. I used a lot of that paper. I loved the XOXO with the alpha dies. These are so cute and I've used them a ton. And then you can see I have those sequins on here and they go really great. So these were the 3 cards I did for my Blessed to Craft card club. And then I also have a Simply Sweet tutorial. It features 12 projects using this suite of product. And this was the card I made, one of the cards that I made for that tutorial. When you place an order with me, you get that tutorial for free. It's just something I send out to customers either at the end of the month or the beginning of the month with a thank you that says thanks for ordering from me, and then you get that tutorial. So this is a card that I created for that. And then last week, I'm sure you saw, if you haven't seen the video for this, there is one on my website, and I made these 2 layouts. Here is the first one. This is for my new club, my Blessed to Scrap club, and it features 2 layouts a month. You get all of the digital items for these pages. It's $14.99 a month, and you get 2 process videos. I show you how I put these together. So from start to finish, you see the design choices I make or why I decide something, and then you get photos of the layout and then a PDF with all the measurements. So this was the first one. I used that beautiful designer paper, and then I used the stamp set and the punch. So that was layout number 1, and then this was the second layout. In the second process video, you see how I make these floral embellishments that are on the side right here. I used all scraps for this because at this point I was really running out of that paper. I had done a lot of projects with that paper. And then I stamp on some of these. So if you're interested, I will also have a link for Blessed to Scrap in the description below. I've really loved doing these. So that is my video today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Make sure you hop on over to Pip's video and her blog post to see her projects, and I will be back later this week with some more memory keeping projects for you. I hope you have a wonderful day.